Diamond Casino Heist available now in Grand Theft Auto Online. By the way, thank you to everybody that watched the live stream earlier today, along with Riley, Epix, and Smeg, and of course Erica for modding as usual, doing a great job. But of course, thanks to Riley, Epix, and Smeg for enduring the past, I guess, was it like just over 6 hours that stream? It was fun for the most part. There were things I enjoyed about it. There's also things that I didn't really care for. But I'm sure a lot of you that wanted a challenge in the game, something new to do. The Casino Heist is definitely a challenge, and there's definitely a lot of different options when it comes to the Casino Heist. So that's available now for Grand Theft Auto Online for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And it's so strange because, like, we're on, like, both sides. On one side, like, we're like a penthouse owner of the Diamond Casino. And now we're helping out Chang Family Holdings and a new character, Georgina Chang, VP of Chang Holdings. We're helping her along with our boy Lester, who's come back. And by the way, Lester basically all but confirms what I've been saying for quite a while now, many others have, is that the events of Grand Theft Auto Online are no longer pre-Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know when it officially started, but basically everything that's happened in Grand Theft Auto Online for a while now, probably after the first Heist update, technically counts as post-Grand Theft Auto 5. And once again, Lester does allude to that fact. You just have to watch the opening cutscene, and you'll get it. But anyway, so you have the ability to crack the diamond, and even though it's one heist, there are 3 different ways you can tackle it. And there's a lot of different prep work that you can do. Some of it is required. Some of it's optional. And then, of course, you have other crew members that you can hire. Like, let's see, Tao, along with Paige. A few others as well. So, it definitely is a challenge. I'll say that much. But the payout, in my honest opinion, could be a little bit better. But for a lot of players in the game that already have enough money that they're not as interested in the money as they are the challenge and actually going in there and tackling it, then I think that's what most people are going to be enticed by right now in Grand Theft Auto Online. A few exceptions, but there is definitely way better ways of making money in the game. There are also going to be 12 new playable games that you can purchase at the arcade property, so you will need the arcade property in order to do the Diamond Casino Heist. Now, I'll talk about Twitch Prime in a minute because I kind of want to put up a kind of a disclaimer on that. But yeah, a lot of different games that you can have as arcades in your arcade room. And you make a little bit of money, but not a lot off of the arcade. But there is, like I mentioned, a variety of different games for you to have. Plus, Madame Nazar has made her way over for Reddit Online in spirit as a fortune teller in this machine. So it's kind of creepy. There's also a love professor. Oh, yeah. I don't want to spoil that. Yeah, there's another character that shows up in the arcade that you're like, oh, God, really? Try not to spoil it for anybody. But, so yeah, you got different options, different locations through Maze Foreclosure to get an arcade property. It ranges between, the cheapest one is in Paleto Bay. That's like just over like $1 million just for the base. There's obviously upgrades for customization and other stuff too. But then the more expensive ones are down in the city of Los Santos. In my opinion, I think for all this prep work and going back and forth, it's probably better for you to just buy the La Mesa arcade. It's the cheaper one in Los Santos, and it's also the closest one to the Diamond Casino. Now, that may mean that a lot of people may end up buying the same the same arcade, but there are other options in Los Santos for you to choose from. Now, the 3 routes you can take, the 3 approaches, silent and sneaky, which is what we did earlier today, Epix, Riley, myself, and Smeg, and yeah. So there's 2 other ones. The Big Con, route masquerading as maintenance staff, pest control, other contractors. That one might be interesting to try out. Or if you're not about this sneaky, stealthy life, or you're not really the con artist type, the aggressive approach. So I definitely, at the very least, want to try the Big Con approach as well as the aggressive approach with friends like Riley and others, but I'm probably not going to be streaming any more of the Casino Heist. left me very salty. Yes, it did. So yeah, there's different approaches. There's obviously new vehicles. Day one vehicles include the Karen Everin, the Lampadati Kamada, the Maxwell Obso, Maxwell Vagrant, the Retinue Mark II. Why is it called the Retinue Mark II? Reasons. The Rebla GTS. And some of these have trade-in values, whereas, you pay like an opening price, but if you want the cheaper price, then, you do a specific prep work or whatnot, then you'll get the cheaper price for that specific vehicle. And they're even added some traditional vehicles to Warstock. You have a fleet of 6 vehicles, so if you're enjoying living your extravagant role-playing fantasies, you can get your own personal fire truck, Bugstar van, a stockade, a few other vehicles too. They're not cheap, by the way, but I guess they're vehicles that once you purchase them, you can't sell them. But I think that they can be stored down in the garage level of your arcade. There's also a brand new radio station. We went over that Tuesday. iFruit Radio, I think that's what it's called. Let's see, there's also a new event in Free Roam called Destroying the Signal Jammers. There's an old saying that it's not really paranoia if they are out to get you. Yeah, so that's something you can go do if you want. By the way, the hacking and the casino missions, yeah. Ugh. Let's see, Killer Clues. Let's see, Daily Globe is urging residents to stay indoors as a mystery of Los Santos slasher remains unsolved. So I guess that's a new thing. Let's see, reports claim the killer is carrying out their bloody murders with an antique Navy revolver, but while some clues leading to the location of the murder have come to light, both killer and weapon have yet to be found. So I guess this ties into Red Dead Online, and I guess if you get the Navy revolver in Grand Theft Auto Online and you got it all linked up to your social account, maybe you get the Navy revolver in Moonshiners. By the way, going to be streaming Red Dead Online Moonshiners tomorrow, Friday the 13th, FYI. So, new Twitch Prime benefits. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to go over with all of you, that I got Twitch Prime, and you already have it linked up to your Rockstar Social Club account, and you did it before December 8th. Now, you have an opportunity to get 100% rebate for one particular property. We went over this Tuesday. Pistol Pete's arcade property in Paleto Bay. You will get the base purchase of it back within 72 hours. However, in my honest opinion, if you have the money already, if you have plenty of money, it's not worth it, because all the prep work, most of it involves you going down to Los Santos to do it. So you're spending most of the time flying down the map, whether it's in your Deluxo or a CO Buzzard or some other vehicle entirely. In my honest opinion, it's not worth it. Unless you're just really cheap or you just don't have any money and you want to get that $1.2 million back, then okay, do that. I mean, worst case, if you don't like it, you can always just purchase a property down in Los Santos. But I would advise you just to pass on this rebate. Just pass on it, especially if you are serious about doing the casino heists and you want an arcade property. Just buy one down in Los Santos. It's a lot less of a headache for you, trust me. A lot less. Unless you don't have a problem with flying up and down the map, whether it's in a jet or a helicopter or the broomstick. Speaking of the broomstick, it has been nerfed to some degree. Auto-aim has returned, so anyone flying around on a broomstick can be auto-aimed with weapons like an AR or a machine gun. And the cooldown period has been increased to 5 minutes. So for all of you that like to use your broomsticks to attack other players, once it gets blown up, well, guess what? You got to wait another extra 5 minutes. Boo-hoo. So I'm glad Rockstar finally did something about the broomstick. I'm not saying everybody that used it for nefarious purposes, but those of you who do know who you are. Let's see, you can also trigger Easy Way Out and much more. So there's also like a cooldown for Easy Way Out as well. So that's something else Rockstar has dealt with to try to counter, I guess, the griefing that's been going on in Grand Theft Auto Online. As far as we know, nothing really has been done about the orbital cannon issue or God mode glitches. I hope they've done something about that, to be honest. There's also a ton of new masks at the mask store, Diamond Casino masks. Check them out. They're actually pretty cool. Some of them are really cool looking. There really isn't that much clothing items I've noticed. So, I mean, there are some items you're going to get while you do these particular prep missions. So some of them are kind of cool, not going to spoil anything. So there is incentive to do the heist, especially if you've been looking for a new heist to do and you just want a challenge, you want some replayability. Oh, it definitely has challenge and replayability to it. The payout, as far as I can tell, could be better. Yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But, I mean, I played through it one time, so before I actually do a review on it, I do definitely want to at least play through the other two approaches first with friends in order to get a better idea of how it properly works. Because the first time you go through it, you know, you may have missed a thing or two that would have made things a little bit easier. But anyway, so yeah, the casino heist is officially out, along with the arcade property. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the arcade property, I just left it bare bones. Some of you may be more enticed by it than me, but I'm kind of cheap in that regard. Of course, I do spend more of my time over there on Red Dead Online, but I still cover and play Grand Theft Auto Online as well, so I know a lot of you in Grand Theft Auto Online are very excited about it, and if you're new to the channel and you came here for Grand Theft Auto Online, well, fear not. I will continue covering Grand Theft Auto Online each week with updates, you know, event week videos, and whenever we have Festive Surprise come out soon, probably next week or the week after, I will definitely cover that. And I'm also interested in those of you that have played the Diamond Casino Heist. What are your honest thoughts about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you find it somewhere like in the middle? Yeah. Did you like the payouts? Did you dislike it? Are there any tips? Tips, yes, tips. Leave tips below in the comment section for anybody new to the casino heist. Things that you think might be good for people just starting out in the Diamond Casino, or players like me that could use all the help they could get. And what approach has been your favorites thus far when it comes to the Diamond Casino? Your thoughts, your views, and opinions, as always, welcome below in the comment section.